It's the pants, man. It's cutting off his circulation.
Tight-ass pants.
Damn.
That's because
He was going to make a dick joke, but...
no, I was gonna make a. I don't fit in 30s anymore.
Oh.
All my pants are 30s, and I wear 32 now. So
I bet you can make a 31 work. I wear 31s.
Do they make 31? I thought
They do
only
make
made
31s.
even numbers.
They make 31s.
I mean,
Promise.
Yeah, they do.
Huh.
Because I had 29s before too.
Once you get beyond, they might make it 33, but then 34, 36, 38.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at.
I
I'm
need
at
a-
38, but I need a belt.
I need a faja so I can just the
corset.
corset, a male corset.
Is that a thing? It should
Should
be.
be. What is it? Like, they're like Spanx, but
Yeah,
they're for men.
there's some
Like the copper fit stuff?
Something like that.
There's something like that. There's
What, those
like-
shirts? The ones that make
They're like
you...
really tight.
Yeah,
just to make you
they're
look skinnier.
compression shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But these are pants, and you put it over. And it's,
Isn't it just an glorified Under
Under Armour?
shirt?
Under Armour, yeah.
It's a tighter, thicker Under Armour.
It's like, wear the shirt and you'll lose... You ain't losing
Yeah,
anything.
losing
It's
anything.
just going everywhere.
Just catfish them like the girls.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
You
right?
finally get into the bedroom.
You wear makeup, I wear these shirts.
Why aren't you taking off your shirt? Don't worry about it.
You don't want to see me without the shirt. You
The,
don't.
the lights are off and everything. Shut up.
This episode is sponsored by MyRNF. Links in the description. Take the test and find the best skincare for your life. And welcome to another episode of the Yellow City Kids podcast. I am Hernandez Ramirez, your host, and next to me is somebody that's not usually next to me, Mr. Patrick Rivers, the sound master. How you doing?
the sound Hashira.
The sound Hashira. I'm
We'll
down.
give them that one.
I'm good.
Wait, no, you're not Tengen. What the hell?
Yes.
No, you're not. First of all, no, you're not. You're not Tengen. All right. Anyways, and then over here we got Cristiano del Fuego,
What's up?
and our special guest for today is Joseph Hernandez. He's an actor in the Amarillo area. How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Pretty good.
Also the star of.
The long
The upcoming series.
the sequel to Long Haired Cop 1,
Long haired cop.
the Christmas special.
The Chronicles. I don't know.
The Chronicles of Long Haired Cop.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, how you doing? What's going on?
Not much right now. Just kind of quiet
Yeah.
within the scene. As far as I know, not a lot that I am a fit for in the Amarillo area because of my long hair.
Yeah.
I can't be upset about that. It's my choice
Yeah.
to cut it or not, and I choose not to. I think soon I might cut it,
Yeah.
but the longer it gets, the more I like it. So, who knows?
It's a commitment. Like when you make that commitment for years, and then they're like, you can't be in these roles because you got to cut your hair. You're like, you know, that's fine.
Oh, it wasn't just for the cop thing. It was been multiple roles.
I've
Yeah.
definitely auditioned for a couple of things. One of them, they actually cast somebody who was very similar to me, but they were also a lot younger than I was. So I was like, dang, I was so close. I'm just too old now. Why didn't I start
not only
sooner?
long hair, but you're too old.
Right. But it was a blast. This is one of the funnest auditions I've ever done. Screaming and throwing myself on the floor and like pretending to hold someone as they're dying was really interesting to do in an audition.
How many people
Wow.
were looking at you or were judging you or whatever?
Pretty much everyone that was in the main cast. So
Oh, shoot, okay.
director, assistant director, and the female lead was the one that I was interacting with the most. And then there were 2 other female characters. The third one was not available. So at least 5.
You gave him the Richie scream from La Bamba.
Richie! Not quite. That wasn't part of the scene. It was more of like a coming down from being drunk and kind of being like sad, realizing what's going on. So it wasn't that kind of a dramatic scream, but he still kind of had to belt it a little bit.
Is acting drunk hard in y'all's opinion? Because I always thought it was like probably one of the easier things. But I remember they were talking to Jonah Hill and for Superbad, Michael Cera.
Oh, Michael Cera.
How they were so good at pretending to be drunk.
Mm.
Like they did it so well. I always thought it was kind of like one of the easier things to do. But I don't know. What's y'all's opinion on being pretending to be inebriated?
For me, it was really awkward because I don't drink. I've never been drunk. I don't know what it's like. I can only go off of what I know from being around people. And in that audition, really, I thought it was really silly. I felt stupid, but I still committed to it. I just kind of like made my tongue feel kind of fat, like keep it higher in the back of my throat. So I had like a little bit of a slur and talked a little bit slower. And I was like, this is the closest I'm going to give you to being drunk because I don't know what the heck I'm supposed to sound like.
Yeah, I felt the same way because it's like when I've been drunk, I don't really pay attention to how I talk, or I mean, I probably sound different than I do in my head. So it's like you go off of what you see on TV where they slur a lot and they like, they can't stand still and just tripping over everything, which I probably do when I'm drunk, but I've never seen myself drunk. So,
and I mean, there's always that fine line when you're acting. It's like you can't go too much,
right?
Too little. You got to make sure that everybody knows what you're doing, but you can't just be like, okay, that's a little.
Yeah, because if it's something serious, you can't go over the top.
Yeah,
because they're gonna say, "Hey, bring it back, reel it in, man. You're going too far."
So, how many like projects have you been in, or what have you done?
Honestly, I would say I'm still super new to the industry. I had to guess.
Well, why did you get into it then? Did you always have a passion? You never really took it. Wanted to take
Essentially,
the plunge?
yes. In high school, I did slam poetry, so wrote my own pieces, performed, competed, and stuff like that. Went to Brave New Voices in Washington, D.C. as a teenager for the National Teen Poetry Slam. So I've been really comfortable like performing and speaking in just large crowds, groups of people, and I just thought maybe it'd be cool to like interact with other people that are also kind of like pretending, trying to tell this story, not just through words, but through physical actions as well, because it's kind of hard when there's just a microphone in front of you,
right? And
you really only have your little bubble to express yourself when you're performing those kinds of pieces.
You think voice acting, with that saying, voice acting is pretty damn hard then?
I have a lot of respect for voice actors, because it's you have to get into the mindset, and God bless. Some of the stuff that my friends and I watch, it's like it's got to be terrifying to be there in the booth with them, like these blood curdling screams. That voice actor went for it, and they got
Are you talking about Goku?
Dude, that's one. That one.
Or the guy who does Frieza, like the American Frieza voice.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh God, I couldn't imagine doing something like that. I feel like I have sort of like I don't have a better way to describe it, but like a sissy throat. Like if I scream too much, it just hurts, and I start sounding really raspy. So I can't really do any like screaming. You take
the chance, right? I mean, you'd be like,
oh yeah, especially if I'm like singing to some of my favorite songs. Like I'm taking it. Like I don't care how I feel the next day. Like I think I have COVID all over again, and it's like, no, I was just singing the day before. We're good.
Did you ever get it?
I cannot confirm nor deny. Never had a positive test. I currently cannot smell. Smells are coming back to me. Like I couldn't smell that candle y'all pointed out.
Oh snap!
But this was like weeks ago too.
But yeah, it's been like 2 months I haven't had my smell, so it's been weird. Like one day, I smelled these scented markers that they have at the elementary schools, and most of them I couldn't smell. Some of them I could smell, but they just smelled like markers. And then a couple of days later, I smelled one and thought, I can actually smell this one. Like, we're going in the right direction now.
This is good. This is progress.
Yeah.
It's a blessing, though, because when you can't smell bad smells, life is good. Life is great.
Yeah, right now that candle is just like, ugh. Like it's not bad.
I can't even smell.
No, it's not bad. It's just kind of
It's
like
like in a vanilla type.
Yeah.
it's like a little
Maybe I'm just
strong.
used to it, I guess, by now.
It's just a little strong.
Vanilla's rough. It's overpowering for sure.
Yeah, maybe.
It's those cookies.
Oh, so Vienna
The Vienna fingers
sponsored.
that
by-
we didn't know existed.
Nope.
Just
I thought they were sausages.
we thought it was just Vienna
They're like
sausages.
Vienna fingers. Ew, that's gross. I was like, what? They're good. I thought I meant Vienna
Yeah.
sausages. Like, why would I offer that as a snack?
You don't like those, Pat? Do you?
No.
No,
Okay.
they're nasty.
Good,
We're all on the
good.
same page.
Yeah.
now.
All right,
4 for
good.
4.
I don't know, man. I've had some friends that just open it up and
I want to say that when I was younger, I would, eat them. But then I tried them, like, I don't know, a couple of years ago, and I was like, these are gross. What the hell? Did I
Yeah.
ever like these?
I'm kind of in the same boat. I wonder if I had them when I was young too.
I do
'Cause
remember
I feel
eating
like
them
my
before.
my child self would be like, nah, they look like sausages. Why not? Throw
Yeah.
them in there.
I know for a fact my child self did not like them. I still, to this day, imagine them just being so gross and nasty.
Yeah, they do.
Just cracking open the can like that's
It
disgusting.
smells. Yeah, it just smells bad.
What about spam?
spam?
Never
Spam goes
had-
hard.
I'm down with spam.
I love spam.
Never had spam. My mom loves it, but I don't know. We never had it as a kid.
So you can't say eat them.
Hawaiians and Filipinos are big on spam.
Yeah, I heard
Ooh.
Hawaiians are. Yeah.
They love it, man. You go to McDonald's over there and they have spam on the menu.
As well, they should.
Yeah.
I should have tried spam when I was there. Dang it.
Oh shoot,
Yeah.
Hawaii? What
Yeah.
part? Or
We were in Oahu, just right off of Waikiki Beach. It was a graduation present for high school graduation.
What?
So it's the first time I went skydiving. It was dope. Recommend it to everyone.
Yeah.
Skydiving is the single most amazing experience I've ever had in my life.
I want to try it. I want to try it.
I wanted to
someday.
go to the simulator when we went to Vegas, but we didn't.
Dude, those
Have
are
money.
scary.
More than actual.
I think so.
More
Because
than
you're just
real-
like going up and down, up and down, up and down. At least skydiving, you're just like,
You're just down.
here I go, we're just falling. And then the parachute deploys and you're pretty much good.
The
And that thing,
parachute
you can get hurt at any
is-
time.
The parachute is supposed to deploy.
Right.
Did they tell you how high you were?
Not in Hawaii. It's typically about 10,000 feet. But I was also supposed to go to Japan, thanks COVID. And we were looking into doing skydiving over there, and they actually had 2 different prices for different elevations. They had like a 7,000 feet package and then a 10,000 feet package. So I just assume in Hawaii it was 10,000 feet.
Yeah.
But it was perfect, no cloud, sunny day. And I happened to fall through the only cloud that was in the sky. So it was pretty epic.
Did you aim for it, or you just happened to?
It was tandem. It wasn't up to me, but I'm pretty sure I was the only one in the group that fell through it. So it was wild.
There's a museum in Lubbock, or there used to be anyway. When I was little, we'd go on field trips,
Mhm.
and there was a little thing that was like touch a cloud. So they made cloud. You can touch it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh.
But it's weird because it doesn't. You don't feel anything. Like
Yeah,
not
yeah.
even a temperature change or nothing. Like you expect to feel some kind of change.
Like
but
the
there's nothing.
science center or something like that?
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And I remember that. Like, so I don't know if it does it feel any. Did you feel anything going through the cloud, or was it just
Yes. Yeah,
really?
definitely. I mean, at that altitude, it's just kind of cold. So, yeah, we're just falling. It's cold. It's cold. I'm like, oh, sweet. We're about to go through this cloud. It just gets a little bit colder. And then it gets warmer when you get out of it. Like, it was
Oh,
crazy.
okay. So see,
It was
huh.
crazy.
No,
The
no,
science
no
center
lightning
isn't
powers
accurate.
came out. No.
No, no.
You didn't turn into like Cloud Man or something.
Didn't, like, feel all wet or
was
anything.
your
No,
origin
it just
story.
got colder, and then it got warmer all of a sudden.
Imagine it was just raining in that one spot, and they go through it.
now it's raining now.
That would be cool, falling alongside water. I could get behind that.
Is someone strapped to your back?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
And
yeah.
with a tandem jump, you have the instructor on your back, so you virtually have nothing to do with the experience. You're just there for the ride.
So you've traveled a lot, or this is just
It's sort of. The other than Hawaii, leaving the continental United States has been Mexico. And that was back before you needed a passport to do anything like that. So it's
gotcha.
coming back through the border like American citizen, and they're like, all right, go
Yeah.
ahead. No accents
Yeah.
here.
The good old days.
I miss those times.
Remember, my grandma and grandpa would tell me to get up and say it.
Stand.
Yeah, no, like to say,
That
you
wake
know,
up.
they'd roll down
to
the
wake
window
up,
for
yeah.
me, and I'd have to say it, and all right,
Like, we need to borrow your accent.
I never understood. I was just like, I didn't even think. I never thought much about it until like later on.
Yeah,
I was like,
and we
get
were
older.
stoked. We were like, yeah, we want to say it. And we'll roll, American citizen. We're so happy to tell the Border Patrol, American citizen.
let's go.
I think I went to the Valley one time, and it wasn't even in Mexico, but I was on the bus, and they were asking people questions, and it was like, who's the president of the United States? And I don't remember who it was at the time. Before Trump, who's before Trump?
Obama.
Yes, that guy. I was like, yeah, Barack Obama. And then they asked me something else about just the United States in general, like geographical question. I was like, bro, I have no idea. Like, I've been out of school for so long. Geography wasn't my strong suit, but hopefully this conversation lets you know I'm from here. Just, like, I know English.
I know English. Check
I
your
was
little
born.
box.
Bro, listen to my
Yeah,
listen to the way I speak, man.
He's like, you're good. I was like, dude, I'm not smart.
Can you remember what the question was?
No, I can't, dude.
Like,
I know it had to do with geography.
Where's Niagara Falls? Oh,
Shit.
Japan? I know it's not, but I just said that to be funny.
imagine. Like, he knows what Japan is. He's good. Worst thing can be is Japanese. It's all good.
Japanese.
I've always wanted to go to Japan, man. Japan seems like the dopest place to go to.
How long a flight is that? 2 weeks?
I hope not. God, I only planned 2 weeks to go. I think it was about 12 or 13 hours. I think.
Oh, you did go to Japan?
No,
Oh,
it's going to be.
you were
Yeah,
going to.
12 or
Okay.
13 hours.
Yeah.
Any place you want to hit up?
Really, we didn't have anything specific in mind other than, of course, some hot springs. Unfortunately, my friends have tattoos that I was going to go with, so I would get to experience
Yeah.
whatever I wanted
You have
to.
to
and
go.
they'd
You have
be
to go to
screwed.
the private ones.
Yeah, we'd have to go to those are the ones that do accept
Yeah.
tattoos. But I did get my international driving permit, so I could do like the little Mario Kart thing that they have in
Sweet.
Tokyo. So I was ready to rock and roll, man. We said in 2016 we're going to Japan in 2020. Turns out the Olympics was going to be that year too, so we kind of
Dude, that would have been one hell of a.
But we were
trip.
going before.
Oh, okay.
Because we still wanted to like hit the cherry blossoms and stuff. Because by the time the Olympics rolled around, it had been too hot to see the cherry blossoms. But other than that, it was really just gonna be fly by the seat of our pants. Maybe get like a rail pass and just try to hit a bunch of cities. Try to maybe avoid some of the rural areas because then it'd be kind of hard to get help because people speak less and less English the further you get away from the big cities. So it's really the only thing that I know about traveling in Japan.
Japan's the place, man. I can't wait to go, dude. That's gonna. I mean, you gotta be realistic though. You can't be like, it's gonna be like this fantasy land where the rivers flow ramen and Pocky is for free or something like that.
So they probably have places like that. You just got to pay some money.
Actually, now that I think about it, there is a place that they shoot you noodles through like a bamboo shoot.
Really?
You have to catch it with chopsticks.
Wow.
Oh hell,
And-
I'd miss it every time.
Yeah,
I cannot get the hang of it.
yeah.
I've tried many times.
Forgot. Yeah, it's not ramen though. It's like it's the other one.
There is only ramen.
I think I've only ever had
soba.
that. Oh,
Soba.
okay, yeah.
Soba noodles.
Ah,
I'm a big I'm a nerd.
he's a big noodle.
I'm a big nerd. I'm a big noodle.
What's that
Yeah,
nonsense where the meat's all raw and you dip it in there to cook it just for a little bit and then you...
Oh, like
It's a Korean barbecue?
Korean barbecue.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
We went to.
Yeah, me and him went
and
to
he
one in
hated it.
I liked it. What are you
Oh,
talking about? It was the
okay.
Indian food that missed me.
Oh, okay. No, I took somebody to Korean barbecue once,
And
and
they
they
don't-
hated it. They were like,
No,
"I don't
I
want
just-
to cook my
Who
food."
are they?
Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't know to expect that. I was like, oh, we got to cook it ourselves. Oh, okay, cool. I mean,
Yeah.
it wasn't that
dope,
big a
right?
deal,
Yeah.
but
Where did we do it? Was it Las Vegas?
yeah, it was in Vegas. Yeah.
Man, that was.
We went Indian food place first, and then we went to Korean barbecue.
I'm big
We
into
got a
Indian
tattoo.
food. Holy crap!
Indian food's good.
Yeah.
Had some good stuff.
I'd marry
in
a beautiful
Washington,
Indian woman
DC.
if she walked into my life.
Curry is dope.
Curry's dope.
Curry is really.
I
good.
haven't had curry.
Really?
No. I've always.
If you want some amazing curry, there's a guy I used to work with at Northwest Texas Hospital. His name's Walter. He makes incredible curry.
Yo, Walter, where you at? Where's that curry at? Let's go. There's a. Have you hit any of the Indian spots here in Amarillo?
I have, but I guess I just order random things that I don't know what I'm getting, and I don't really like them too terribly much. But nothing like I haven't tried any of their curries, which I probably should since I like curry. But I want to find something else that I might like. And then I guess technically it was a curry too in Washington D.C. They had these chicken kebabs, and it was literally just spicy sauce with chunks of chicken. It's like,
Kebab.
This is delicious.
I heard kebabs are the shit.
And it's so simple because it's just like the pita bread, your chicken, and your sauce. That's all it was. No vegetables, nothing.
India is one of those countries where it's like you're either okay or like you're doing really good or you're just piss poor.
Yeah.
And
There is no in between.
Yeah. Kind of.
It's wild how many people live in that country.
I think they're gonna be the next superpower, like country. Once the U.S. gets rid of their role, once we're not number one anymore, or
we're not number one anymore.
Number one anymore.
well, with like global superpower wise, we're still up there.
Oh,
Barely.
Nobody's coming to mess with us yet.
Yeah. Education wise and everything else, we're bad. I mean, we couldn't even tell where Niagara Falls was at.
we couldn't, dude.
It's over north of New York.
It's
Right
on
there.
both sides.
Canada
too.
Canada
Yeah.
and New
And
York.
New York is where now? No.
I have a friend who lives up there. That's really the only reason I care. She's like, we can go see the falls. I'm like, okay, I'll make a trip. Never made a trip.
No.
Yeah.
That's just what you say in the conversation.
That's why I want to go up there because
You wanna
how
go
all
to New
the just up there in general, the
Oh.
Northeast, because all the states are fucking small, so we could drive 2 hours and probably hit like 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, over here it's like you drive. You're still in Texas, bro.
20 hours, you're still in
You're
Texas.
still in Texas.
Yeah, and he's right. I've done it. I went to go see Paramore in Pennsylvania because it was the only general admission show that they had on the list. And so I'm like, I'm going over there. I'm not going to sit in a chair to watch this band. And I told my uncle about it. He's like, I don't care about that band, but I want to go to that part of the country. So we made a trip out of it. And
Badass.
I think
Philly or Pittsburgh or
we were everywhere, man. We had our main location where we stayed was in what's that stupid city called? Atlantic City.
That's crazy how people make that trip all the time.
It's like Atlantic City is so lame, guys.
Yeah.
It probably was really cool like
At some
15,
point.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
But when we were there, it felt kind of run down, quiet. The casinos were closed.
really?
Like some were under construction. It was really weird. But a couple of blocks away from where we were staying, there's a panaderia, so we kind of went over there and had a little bit of a good time.
What connects it? Is it a train or a highway?
We only drove. I put on about 1,400 miles in 5 days on that stupid rental car. We went. The furthest south we went, I think, was Washington D.C., and we ended up as far north as Boston, Massachusetts. So we hit at least 7 or 8 different states in 5 days.
Kind of wild. How
Badass.
the whole New England is all just...
Yeah.
And it was all because he wanted shirts from the Harley stores. So he has the shirt from Rhode Island, from Boston, all these other little states. He wants a
Didn't
Harley
you
Davidson shirt from every state.
Didn't you ask on one of our earlier podcasts about what Mexicans are called in that area? If there's another nickname for
Oh,
Mexican people?
well, okay. Well, it was...
because you just said there was a panaderia over there. I was like, oh shit, they're
Well, because remember, I thought that there was a... I thought
Chicanos are from
it's
Yeah,
just
Chicanos.
Texas.
no,
I thought it was just a Texas thing.
right. And then you're like,
I don't know,
I just
it's
want to
just-
be curious of what they're called over up there. I don't know if there's a
they're more Puerto
Nobody-
Rican, aren't they? Yeah, the Mexican.
even
Nobody said anything to us. I mean, we were lightning fast, wham blam, just doing our thing. So we didn't really interact with very many people.
And they're at a Paramore concert.
Was Haley pretty badass live?
Yes. Duh.
Come on now.
Duh.
I've never seen her live.
God, dude, I don't think I ever like screamed my heart out so much at a show. Just like going to
Tears
town,
going down
having
his
fun.
eyes.
Like it was epic. I was probably
It was just them, or
5 rows back. Them and Best Coast. Best Coast was pretty cool. My uncle actually liked them more than he liked Paramore. Yeah, he's in the camp where and I do believe him now, that Haley would be better in a different band. Like she's holding herself back in Paramore.
She's still. I thought she went solo.
She has a solo album. Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely does. Aren't they doing something? They're on the
When we were young.
whatever
When we were
that
young
stupid
festival?
thing is called. I don't even care.
I'm not rich enough to go to Coachella.
No, it's not Coachella.
It's
in
not.
Vegas.
But
It's
half of that bands weren't even confirmed or anything.
Somebody just threw them all together.
There was another
hoping-
one that said that all the contracts were signed. It's just sometimes the communication between the management and the actual band wasn't there, so they don't know. They didn't
It's
know
like they're
gonna
committed, but
play.
they didn't know.
Yeah.
They're so like that's why some of the bands were like, "Oh, I didn't even know we were playing there." It's because the communication's not there between.
Where was it going to be? I thought
It's in Vegas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's in Vegas in October.
yeah. The idea was
But
the initial
it's
idea was
too-
terrible,
Yeah.
and then they're like, "Oh, we're adding extra days or doing this." I'm like, you should have done that to begin with.
Because when I saw the original poster, I was like, "That's too good to be true. This is fan
That's
made."
too
Because some of those
many
bands, some of
bands.
those bands I know don't even make music anymore.
Yeah.
But then one of them confirmed that they are going to be there, and then they're going to start making more music too. So, oh shit! Well, I guess.
It would have been cool to see My Chemical Romance, but
Right,
I
so that was one of
wasn't
the main-
really that big into them anyways. But it would be cool.
That was the
to
main
say
one
I've
where I
been
was like,
there.
they're not even together anymore, are they? And then
Right.
apparently they are, or they're coming back for this.
Was 30 Seconds also on there or no?
Nah, 30 Seconds to Mars was on.
I don't think so, actually.
Damn. Because I even saw AFI on there.
Yeah,
so
AFI
Right.
was on
I
there.
was
Right.
like, AFI's on there.
It's
Why?
like, excuse
Taking
me?
Back Sundays on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kitty was the one I was talking about.
I
That-
thought 30
didn't think they
Seconds was
made it.
way bigger than AFI for sure.
No, I only had that one song, and I mean,
They have
Jared Leto's
more
in-
than one, but
Oh, yeah, but
you're right.
off
You're
the bat,
right.
that you can make him.
You're right.
What's it
I
called?
don't know. What?
The Kill?
The Kill, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's their.
Also,
that's their
War
big.
was pretty good. Or This Is War. That was a pretty good jam.
I don't think I know that one.
See what I mean?
Exactly. Point proven.
Case in point. Thank you, Joseph,
don't
for
tell-
coming.
I know what showed up on the music video channels, like
Don't tell
from
me
yesterday.
to name AFI.
Miss Murder.
That's
That's
the
the only one.
Yeah, also.
That's why there were so many bands. Everybody's
yeah,
going to play one
they're
song
gonna play
once.
their one hit, and then, all right.
Out of all those, which one are y'all most like?
Would I have been most
Yeah.
excited to see?
I would.
I've already seen Paramore, so
Okay.
I wasn't worried about it.
No.
It was probably My Chemical Romance.
Okay.
Yeah, MCR would have probably been my top as well.
Who else? Who all was on there?
Too
Pull up-
many.
Pull up the.
Too many for
pull up
one
the
day.
flyer.
Was
Pete went.
Oh, this is Creed. Did you get that
Oh.
video?
There's some good memes about that. Yeah.
Creed is like Nickelback, and like they get unnecessary hate.
Oh really?
Yeah. Like Creed had good
Yeah,
jams.
they're
I wouldn't
not that
mind.
bad.
I
They
wouldn't mind if
aren't.
they came out and played. You know, fuck it. I like that one where they kind of went away for a while, and then they came back, and the lead singer had cut his hair because he was bald, and they had a video in that song. I can't remember what it's called, but I remember it was good. I liked it. He just wants to hear the Spider-Man song,
Yes.
but that's Nickelback.
But that's
Oh yeah.
Or
Well,
that's
it's Chad Kroger and
Josie Scott. Is
yeah.
it Jody Scott or Josie?
I think it was Josie.
Josie, right? Because
It just
more of a. It sounds more female.
yeah bad.
But I wouldn't tell him.
I don't
that
know
because
what it is
it was
with
a
white
pretty-
people and doing that. Because I remember meeting. I was on the phone looking for Ashley, and a guy picked up. This is him.
This is Ashley.
I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
what? Ashley's a
right. Hello, Ashley.
all right. Ashley, your furniture
Yeah,
is ready. You can come pick it up
I've
whenever."
met a few Leslies that are men.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a neighbor. His name is Leslie.
What happens with that? Is it because they planned to have
a girl,
a daughter, or
I think
they're
it's just
like,
a British
name
yeah, it's
name.
just other countries. It's not
Yeah.
really a
Just name him
female name. It's If that was the case, my name would be Laura. My dad wanted a daughter named Laura, and then I was a boy, so she had to pick another name until we finally
give them whatever they I don't care.
right. And by the time my sister came around, well, we already had a cousin named Laura, so she was like, "Man, I don't know."
Y'all took the name away from me.
Yeah,
Oh, she did, yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so how is like what's the acting scene like here in Amarillo? Because I mean, I've been hearing about it with him for a while.
They barely built that new thing, right?
Sharpened iron.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually getting pretty.
Isn't that just part of AC though, or is it a separate thing?
It is a separate thing.
Oh, okay.
As far as I
didn't know.
understand,
I had to go to AC to.
I
be
do
a part of
follow
it.
their Instagram page, and they're working on a bunch of different projects. Whether it's them bringing people in or people actually paying to use their studio, because that's an option as well. It's getting a lot more robust since we had was it 1887 or whatever filming around here.
Oh yeah.
So it's,
Yellowstone prequel.
yeah, it's growing, to say the least. This area is
That's cool.
getting spicy. I think our area is pretty infantile in the
Very
in the scene. So we have a lot of room to grow, and I think it's going to happen much sooner than later.
Yeah, Amarillo needs to. I mean, there's so much possibility because there's like nothing here.
Exactly. We have all the space you need.
Yeah.
The Amazon's coming in, as lackluster as that might be, but still, they're here soon.
Buc-ee's.
And the Buc-ee's. That's what I was gonna say.
Dude, we want Buc-ee's so bad. Buc-ee's
never
is
been to
amazing.
one.
Yeah, I don't know what's the hype. What's
Is
it's
a convenience
that
store,
squirrel thing, right?
It's a beaver.
Or
It's
a beaver?
Look at
Yes,
you'll
I
send
know.
it, I
Squirrel?
guess.
Hello?
We interviewed
Okay.
a boxer earlier.
Okay. Okay.
Joseph's
At least you didn't call him a gopher.
Okay.
That's cool. Yeah, it's just this like
Did you see his eyes, bro? He was ready to murder me.
I don't know.
Miss murder, bro. You see it?
it's this epic. I don't want to call it a truck stop because it's
It's like the
It's-
convenience store.
it's
but
a
like
giant convenience store. It's like
It's a truck stop.
it's like
Boy, he come out to fight you
if
too. It's not a truck stop.
if Gucci made a truck stop, like they have all their merchandise. It's a little pricey, but people are fanatical about Buc-ee's. They have this
For real, they have like a
snack
following, like-
called Beaver Nuggets. It's like these little puff chips, and they put like, I'm guessing, like a caramel glaze on them. My brother eats it with milk like it's cereal, so I heard that's pretty awesome. I've actually never eaten one before.
You've never had a beaver nugget.
Never had a beaver nugget, unfortunately. But they have fantastic food. They make really good barbecue sandwiches there, like things you would not expect from a convenience store. They do. So it's convenience store / gift shop, and the gift shop is half of the entire.
Where are they going to build it at? Do you know?
That's even true. I don't even know. if
Right,
that's
all the
true.
rumors are over there. What is it? East of the Pilot? It's gonna be really close to the other existing truck shops.
Okay.
Shops.
The
Over there by
Yeah,
the
yeah.
airport?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Where
yeah.
that big what is
Oh, yeah, coming into town.
What's the other one that's
the
there right now?
The steakhouse or
It's
what are you talking
The Big Texan?
Big Texan?
No.
Oh, it's out.
It's a truck stop. I just don't know
Because they
what
have
it's
the TA, they have the Pilot.
TA. There you go. That's the one I was
TA,
thinking of.
yeah.
That's the big one I think over there right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
'cause
it's
the
going to
TA
be bigger than that? Or just about?
From the map, it worries me that there might not be enough space for the Buc-ee's, but
Take what
it
you
should be
can get.
bigger than that. Yes.
Let's go, Buc-ee.
Should be bigger than that. Yes.
I mean, I'm down to check it out. I don't...
it's cool. It's cool.
Where's the closest one already built now?
Actually, Oklahoma just confirmed that they're going to be getting one, so that one might be closer than going to Dallas.
Oh, okay.
I can't think of anywhere that's closer than Dallas.
Yeah, we had to go down south
Mm-hmm.
somewhere.
I think somewhere in my house there's a cup. I think we have a cup. That's the only way.
It just
that's
has his little face on it.
My baby sister, I think, brought us one. And I didn't know.
You didn't know what it was. What's
like,
this?
What the hell is this chipmunk?
What's this chipmunk doing? Is this some Guardians of the Galaxy?
This doesn't look like Alvin at all.
Yeah, it's fanatical. I'm not kidding.
So, ideal movie to act in. What's your like horror flick, romance?
Oh, weren't you in a horror flick? You said.
I have played a serial killer before. Yes,
Because you can have long hair and be a serial killer, but you can't be a cop.
Yes, the long hair. I don't know. I feel like I fit roles like that pretty well. And just because I do have a very vivid imagination, so I feel like I'm able to put myself into the mindset a lot easier to do those kinds of things. But also the premise of that video, it was a short film, was that I'm just a regular person, and then behind closed doors, I'm this monster. So it's like he wanted to portray like, oh, this guy's just going out about his day, everything's normal, whatever, and then he goes and kills this person and then goes on a date and feeds that person to his date. Like, it's really dark. It's super dark, but it was so much fun.
He kills people who call Buc-ee's.
Right.
Not okay.
Right, the squirrel. So that does remind me. I have acted in two films. It was that and then the sequel. The project kind of got scrapped because of like the director's personal life. But honestly, a part of me wants to kind of try to relive it. And I actually have a monologue that he wrote.
Not right now.
Right. He has a monologue that he wrote and sent to me for the third. And I've been thinking about going over it again and actually like recording it and sending it to him. Because he really just wanted to play a monologue over a video of whatever he wanted to do. So I feel like if I maybe sent that to him, it might kind of re-spark that. But it's been at least 6 or 7 years. So it'd be like the first two were within about a year or two. And then we have like this time jump. It's like, oh my God, everybody's so old now.
Short films, how long are those? Or like how long was
10 minutes or so?
Yeah, the first one we did was right around 10 to 12 minutes. I don't remember exactly how long the second one was. That one seemed a lot shorter because I was less involved in that one because it just had like my scene of like having the date and cooking and then eating the meat. No, the person that killed in the first movie was served to my date.
Oh, okay. On
Yes.
the second movie.
Yes.
How long do those take to film, even though they're just only 10 minutes?
Really, the first short film we did, we actually filmed it in one day.
Oh, okay.
We filmed it in one day, going through all the stuff during the day. And then as soon as the sun went down, we went to his parents' house. They let us borrow their home to shoot this. And we stuck a chick in the garage, tied her up. And I was going through my stuff in the house, getting ready. And then I grab a knife, put on my killing shirt. It was so cliche.
Killing shirt.
It was the killing shirt, man. It was this white long sleeve shirt with like these little pearl buttons that snap in. It was kind of goofy. But it really kind of blew my mind seeing it all play out in the film because it felt kind of silly in the moment. And I kind of had to like be talked through some things, not like coaching me or anything, but just like saying, this is what it's going to be like in post-production. So don't worry about it. And I'm like, okay, whatever. That chick was screaming, dude. Like I'm telling you, those voice actor levels of screaming. Yeah. Like, I'm surprised we did not have the cops called on us. I'll share you guys the link to that.
Hell yeah, please do.
It's wild.
What's it called? We'll have it linked in the description of the video.
Behind closed doors.
Behind closed doors. Yeah. Check out the link underneath after you finish watching the podcast.
Yeah. As a actor, are you more interested? Like, are you interested, or like, do you pay attention to like the cameraman and stuff? Does that interest you, or are you just more into acting, like directing or anything?
I'm not too sure about directing, even though I do have a background in telling stories. I I've never gotten to the idea of like writing like a source screenplay or anything like that. But everything else about the industry absolutely does interest me because I know I don't have to be in front of the camera to contribute. I'm more than happy to be in the background and supporting people that way. That's honestly, personally, where I shine is bringing other people up. So it's like I don't have to be the face. Like I'm here to help y'all. Like tell me what to do and I'll go do it.
You're the bear for Leonardo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember when he still hadn't won anything and they were saying that the bear was gonna end up winning the Oscar that year?
That's true.
Man, that movie was so good. I forgot what it was.
Never seen it.
What was it called?
The Revenant?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good. That seems.
But it wasn't even his like best role ever. No. You think they did that to spite him? Like, here you go, your worst movie, or like you're not as
You're not
Prominent.
the greatest movie.
yeah.
That'd be a low blow. But you're Leonardo DiCaprio. What do you got to worry about?
Yeah, true.
Right.
He didn't even need the award. He was good.
Yeah.
He didn't need it.
He should get an award for what he's contributed to memes.
Yes.
I mean, shit.
Yes, that man is all over Facebook.
Jenka, right? That's where most of them are.
Well, there's
Tons
the
of
Django
those,
one
yeah. The walking Leonardo, he's all.
where he's pointing at the TV from the.
Yes, with the, what is it, the cigar in his
Yeah.
hand, his drink.
Yeah, there you
And
go.
then there's Wolf of Wall Street ones. There's pretty much all
Oh, yeah, you're right. Wolf of Wall Street gets a lot of memes.
of them. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, especially the glass,
The
glass thing.
like where the throwing money. Was that
I never saw the movie. Was it really, really good?
I bought it on Blu-ray and then I never watched it.
I thought about watching it once, and I did
Only
not
because of
commit
Margot
to it.
Robbie, and then I was like, still wasn't enough to get me to watch the
No, God. It might be too educational.
What's your like favorite movie?
Favorite movie all time, hands down, Scott Pilgrim. Like,
Whoa,
That's a good one.
super
It's a
easy.
good one.
Super easy
Dang.
answer. I just love it. The first time I saw it in theaters, it just blew my mind. Like, the opening credit screens was just like, I felt like I had a visual representation of what it feels like to listen to music with the opening credits of that movie.
Yeah.
And it just kept getting better from there.
Very sad that they didn't make a second one.
I'm okay with that.
You're okay?
I'm very happy
It
with
wouldn't live up
what
to
it
the hype.
was.
Yeah.
A long time ago, I read the graphic novels as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
And I was talking to my friend about that, and he said, I think it was better that you watched the movie before you actually read that. And he was right. The graphic novels are kind of a lot more whimsical, kind of more fairy tale-ish. It's like, this is weird, and there's no way you could ever pull that off live action. Like, it would have been kind of sucky if they used everything in the graphic novel as source material.
It was after the world. It was supposed to be versus the universe, right, or something
Mhm.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And nah, wouldn't have worked out.
I don't think you could capture
I never
that
read it
magic
myself. I
again.
just saw the title.
I don't think you could capture that magic again.
Yeah.
I really don't think so.
Okay,
It's
that's fair.
overwhelming for me how good it was.
It was so good. I've seen like different breakdowns of like certain scenes and how like amazing they were.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it was.
The
I didn't know
more-
it was that amazing.
The
but
more you watch it, the more you see.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
awesome.
it was. They said like the I forgot what scene it was, but like it looked like comics, like comic pages.
There's like a lot of them actually.
It was one of, I don't know, but it was like supposedly super complex to do or something like that. Like it
Yeah.
was ridiculous to
Mhm.
do at the time.
Yeah, because they had them like framed, like bordered essentially
Yeah,
in the shot. And I'm like, oh God, you're so
I'm
good.
like, dang,
So
dude.
freaking good.
I don't know. I'm not that. I don't know how people can look at a film and then just break it down. Like I just look at a film like that was good or bad.
They're watching it frame by frame.
Yeah.
Don't worry, they're investing
Is
way
that what
more.
they're doing?
They're
I hope
investing
so.
way more time.
Yeah,
Because
some
when-
people do that frame by frame and look for Easter eggs and
Because when
It's
people
really
break
good.
down things like that, I'm just like, Okay, what?
Yeah.
Like y'all are big and y'all are still.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
still
I wouldn't watch Endgame at half speed though, and waste 5 hours.
Well, I mean, they're getting good views and they get paid.
Yeah, they're
They're
big.
making money.
Yeah.
What are, I don't know what that one YouTube channel that y'all watch all the time.
New rock stars.
I think that's what it is, where they always break it down and they're like this. The clock was at 6. If you notice, the clock was at 6 o'clock, and it was still at 6 o'clock after this, and like, oh dang! And it's like that's a reference to this comic book back in 1987.
It was issue number
Like,
6.
Dang!
Issue
Like,
number
what
6.
the hell?
Yeah, there's shit like
It's,
that in there. Though. It's crazy.
So I feel
That's what I want to do. Like, if we ever make something, like
Uh.
film it, like put Easter eggs in the background that you go back later, like, oh shit, that was
There's
there
the
whole
fucking
time.
beaver nuggets.
Yes.
beaver nuggets in the background the whole time, and we didn't see it.
Dude, Edgar Wright is so good at that, man. Like
Is
with
that who directed the?
yeah, I believe so.
Because I was gonna
Yeah.
audition for something for him, and I
Yeah, because
Never
he
got
did
around to
Shaun of the Dead, my number 2 movie. Also Edgar Wright. So good. Hot Fuzz. I actually haven't seen The World's End, but those 3 are the
World's End was
Cornetto trilogy,
I've seen
as they
that
called it.
one. Oh, is that what it's called?
They call it, the Cornetto trilogy, even though they're not like
It's the same actors,
right. It's the same actors,
But
but
it's
it's
not
not
in the
like
same universe
right.
at
They're
all.
not all in the same place.
Or are they?
Is that the
Right,
conspiracy?
right. I haven't seen it if it's confirmed.
I think Hot Fuzz I never finished, but World's End I did.
That's
they
zombies,
have-
right? Or no?
Shaun of the Dead is on.
Shaun
Oh,
of the
yeah.
Dead is zombies.
Mhm.
Hot Fuzz was where
He's a cop.
he's a badass cop, and then the other one's a lazy cop. They're both cops, or no?
They're both cops. Yeah, he's like this super hardcore cop in the big city, and then they move him
Move him,
out
right?
to the
Yeah.
country, and he's like
He's
all
like
gung ho, and he's
jumping
like
over all the
trying to
fences.
figure all this stuff out.
I
Yeah.
want to like tie stories together. Like say, in Training Day, right?
Mhm.
The Russian that he killed.
Yeah,
Like make a movie about a Russian in Las Vegas or whatever,
And
and
then
then at
ties
the
in
end, he gets
What's
killed
it?
by Denzel's character. Something, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I've had ideas like that too. Like,
oh, what's this guy's story? And then
Mhm.
at the end, like that's the big twist. Like, oh, it's the same guy that Denzel Washington killed at Training Day.
yeah, I had one too where it was just it was gonna start out as a normal slasher movie or whatever, but the twist at the end would be, it was, Chucky from Child's Play. He finally put his soul into somebody else, and then that kid grew up, and then you hadn't heard about it because it had been. But this was before the remake came out, and then the new show came out. And they're pretty badass. Or the remake wasn't that great, but the new show was actually pretty good. But yeah, I had that idea too. Like that would be cool. Like have something like that, or
Is Edgar your biggest inspiration,
I
or what was? I mean, because you said that you had this passion. So where did it come from?
it was
Honestly,
You saw
I don't
Selena?
know.
Did you
I'm
see
like-
Selena? And you're like, man, that's
she's
that's
awesome.
some great acting. that little girl can act.
Honestly, I couldn't tell you where the spark really came from. In high school, I was like just
Slam poetry.
really negative, like super sad person, and I just wrote all the time. All I did was write, and that just kind of became an outlet, and it was empowering. And I'd go out to the 806 and do just the open mics and stuff, and I had one guy come up to me. He's like, "Hey, man, I'm going through the same thing. It's so good to hear that I'm not alone." And that was it. That's all I needed. I needed one guy to tell me thank you. And I was like, "We're good. We made it."
Hell yeah.
And then he gave you free coffee.
Free coffee? No,
That's
no.
what right? Is that what 806? That's what it
Coffee
is?
shop. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. It's awesome over there. Chamomile tea. If you
Never
if you're a
gotten
tea drinker,
Never gotten the chance to go.
it's
Or-
right down the street.
Let's go get some tea.
Are the bongos just a movie thing, or do people actually do that?
Oh God.
And the snaps.
Snaps, yes. Unfortunately, I don't know.
It's been
I don't
overdone.
I don't like stereotypes. So I feel like I actively try to go against them, but it's not true. I just do my own thing and I just happen to go against these stereotypes. But I really did hate the snapping. I'd rather people like clap and cheer. But yeah, snapping is big. The cheering, like calling out in the middle of the piece, that's super prevalent. No bongos. I've literally never seen bongos. That may have been before our time, like maybe early 90s. Because this was early 2000s. I was doing this stuff, like back when the Illuminati existed, over by Tescosa. It was a bowling alley. You know that big old empty parking lot with that big old tower next to Tescosa? There used to be a bowling alley there called the Illuminati.
Whoa.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
And we would do poetry slams over there.
Was it spelled Illuminati? Like
I don't remember
Naughty.
ever
Nazi?
seeing...
Yeah.
I don't ever remember seeing any signs for it. I just remember being 16-year-olds old, going in there and seeing a bunch of my friends to go do poetry.
So you're part of the
Illuminati.
the grand order.
I can on record confirm I am not.
All right,
I will
is it
deny.
New World Order? Is that what it
Yeah,
is?
the New World Order.
Oh God, please no. No.
Are you into any conspiracy theories?
Not really.
No.
No, I don't pay too much attention to what's going on in the world because where you get that information from just sucks. It doesn't matter
think
which
they're
side
fine.
you're on. It just sucks to hear everybody. And that's why I hate the internet. I love most things about it, but I really hate the internet because everybody's so scared now. All
Yeah.
you ever hear about are these terrible things happening that have nothing to do with you,
Right.
that will
Yeah.
never affect your life.
That is
However, you are now afraid of them. It's a shame. It's a shame.
true. Like that one fish that swims up your urine.
Exactly. Now everybody's paranoid for no reason. Like, turn off your TV and
Pay
just
attention to what's going on.
right. See
here.
what's around you. Go to your city council. Go get your news from there. Whatever. I don't care. But like, oh my god,
That was
Go to Yellow City
people
Kids.
are addicted to these like serial killer shows and all that. And
yeah.
I'm like,
The
y'all
true
just-
crime has
I'm like,
gotten so popular now.
You're literally
Yeah.
just filling your head with all this information, and it's just like destroying.
I've heard it's like women that are really into it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So most of the girls I know, they're always
True crime
watching
podcast.
that.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
they'll turn it on when they're getting ready, and they just sit there and listen to it, and then they'll tell me about it. Like
Or like
I really don't care.
Or, like,
I
they
really
fall
think you
asleep
should
to it.
stop. Right.
Like,
It soothes me.
really?
Like y'all are crazy.
Check. I gotta get the hell out of here.
It's I don't know, man.
What's Amarillo's big? How long have you been in Amarillo? Your whole life, or
Yeah, born here, raised here.
what's does Amarillo has a few like big murder things or like cases, right? There was that one
Yeah,
There's that guy that wrote to like Dateline or something that's something about the prison.
I
Was it that
saw.
He was
I
in the
saw a
prison.
video about that. It wasn't a documentary style. It was more of like a. I don't want to say reenactment either, but it was just kind of like depicting what happened, but not in a documentary sense.
like an unsolved mystery kind of thing.
Sort of. It was. It kind of showed more of the like paranormal side of things. How he. I think if I'm talking about the same thing, and if I remember it correctly, he actually didn't do what they were accusing him of, and they were just showing like how his wrath and his anger was so strong that he, though was in prison, and I think going to be killed, he got his vengeance on the people who put him to death.
That's that one.
Oh,
That's that movie that I told you about
that's
in
what
the
you were
last-
talking about, right?
I think so. Johnny Frank Garrett's
Yeah.
last words.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. That was really trippy. And that
never
very
did-
night, I had a very, very vivid, intense dream about him. It
You
was
summoned him.
crazy.
Great for you.
And that's when you
It
play the
was
serial killer.
crazy.
I'm gonna bestow upon you this great gift.
I've decided to never write down my dreams, by the way, because my friend started doing it, and he's kind of got into the lucid dreaming and stuff like that, and then he kind of got himself scared talking to other people. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to
Yeah,
deal
some
with
people claim that it's like the best thing ever, and
A lucid
I
dream?
don't think I could see myself
It
enjoying
is
that.
until it's not.
Yeah.
I've heard enough of the bad things, because if you're really into it and you have other people that are really into it, there's claims of like other, like maybe other people or even other entities or spirits invading your dreams while you're lucid dreaming. And you're essentially inviting them, giving them access to your dreams because you're training yourself to have these lucid dreams.
Huh.
And one of my buddies had his friend tell him, he's like, yeah, I was having a dream, and then all of a sudden there was just this thing just staring at me,
Damn.
and I couldn't make it go away.
Oh, no,
and it was
man.
just staring at me. I'm
That's
like,
creepy.
no. I'm not gonna mess with that. I'm not playing those games.
Yeah, I'm very okay dreaming of macaroni and cheese. Yeah.
No, my dreams have been evolving lately. It's crazy because like I can kind of tell when I'm dreaming now sometimes, to where I'll tell myself like, oh, you're in a dream, and then I'll wake up within the dream. I had one where I was in a car with a buddy of mine that I work out with, and all of a sudden I couldn't see, and so I was telling her like, I can't see what's going on, and so I somehow ended up at my parents' house, and I woke up, but I really didn't wake up. I was telling him and my sister about it, about the second part of the dream, and it was just this whole thing. It was crazy.
That
'Cause,
jack
like,
you up?
when I can't get technology to work, like my phone or just any kind
Oh,
of
yeah,
technology.
you said that, yeah.
That's what kind of triggers me to know I'm dreaming. It's because I can't text, I can't make a phone call, and so I'll be like, oh, I'm dreaming. And then, like later on, I went to like an all subs, and I was like, well, nobody else is here. Are they closed? And so I go to the side door, and I go to what I think is the front door, but it's not the front door. So I gotta go around, and then it's closed. And I was like, oh shit. Well, so I'm like, well, where did I park? Because now my car's gone. So I go all the way around, and this lady's like leaving. I was like, oh, I guess they're closed. And then I was like trying to be quiet so she doesn't think I'm like trying to rob her or something, or like, kill her. And she's all beat up, like somebody had already done that. I was like, oh shit, are you okay?
God.
And then I wake up within that dream to tell somebody else describing that dream.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't even know if I'm awake right now.
Yeah.
God.
I'm over here just having.
I think you're awake.
I hope you're awake.
I hope so too.
I really, really hope you're awake.
I've had an experience like that one time. I was having a dream. I knew I was having a dream. And then I went to sleep in that dream.
Yeah.
Started to have a different dream and realized I'm having a dream
Still dreaming.
within this dream. So
Yeah.
I was aware that I was 2 layers deep.
Yeah.
Inception type shit.
And then I was like, this is cool.
Yeah.
And then I just woke up from both dreams at the same time.
Oh, yeah, I've done that too. I woke up within the dream and was telling my roommate about the dream, but I was still asleep. That was weird.
And for some reason, technology always works in my dreams.
Really?
I don't know what the
Wow.
deal
Are you good? Can you fight in your dreams? Because I'm undefeated in my dreams.
is. Undefeated. Wow.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I can fight like a whole of people.
Jason Statham in my
Yeah,
dreams.
straight up fucking Scott Adkins and shit. Michael Jai White.
I don't think I've ever fought anybody
Uh,
in my sleep.
or running. I can.
I have to run like an animal,
Running's
like on all
difficult.
fours.
Running is really
Whoa.
difficult. Yeah, like 2
'Cause
legs don't work.
I'm not fast enough, so I gotta go.
Yeah.
Right. Getting on your hands.
I don't even
It
think
just
of that.
it works. It works in dreams. I don't know why.
Damn, I'm over here dreaming of like, I remember
Making
one.
macaroni and cheese.
Macaroni and cheese. I remember one of my favorite dreams was I had this magical
Conch
branch
Oh.
It was a branch, and I just picked it up, and every time that I had it in my hand, I could jump like 20 feet in the air.
Is that not scary?
That was the whole dream.
That's awesome.
I've done that in dreams too, but the descent like scares me.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
That was
just start falling. I'm like, ah.
and it was in first person, so it's just like this, and it was, you know,
Like
great.
video game.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Ugh. I just reminded.
Do y'all ever jam out when y'all go to or like before bed? Like, do y'all play some music or anything like that? And hear the music during the dream?
No, because your ears don't shut off when you sleep, so like it bugs me.
Oh, okay. Oh, I was gonna say. Oh, I thought you were gonna like say that I'm a
No.
liar or something, because I was like,
Oh, no.
I've had dreams where I hear the music. I'm like, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like your ears don't go off, so like
Right.
you're just
It's part of your dream.
wasting your
Yeah.
hearing
No, I
or
haven't.
damaging your hearing if it's too, because
Oh,
like your brain's gonna be like, what's that? What's that? What's that?
Ah, oh.
I have a app that has like soothing music to put you to sleep too, but it has a timer, so after like 2 hours or so it turns off. So it's not on all night.
I've tried it before.
Not for you.
Not a fan.
Yeah.
I'm
I mean, I don't do it that often, but
I'm
I've
just
done it
gonna lay
before,
down
it's
and go to
not-
sleep.
Yeah, I
We're
never really
done.
have trouble sleeping either way. Like I can sleep without music,
oh
with the
man,
TV
I envy
on,
y'all.
with the TV on,
It's
with
nice.
the TV off.
I have to be
It's really
comfortable.
nice.
I have to. I can't catch myself going to sleep because then I'll wake up.
You're like, oh god, I'm going to sleep.
Yeah, I hate that.
Don't do it
Like a toddler.
like a toddler.
I hate it, man. It's been like that forever. That's how it is. I have to. Yeah.
I've only had trouble like when someone passes away, and I can't understand it because I feel normal. I just can't sleep.
You like a big family
Like
person?
in your
Or-
head, or
Oh yeah, I care. Not just my family, but people
Yeah.
in general so immensely.
He's a people's man.
It was really strange. The day that my grandmother passed away, I just snapped awake, wide awake instantly before my alarm went off to go to work, and I'm laying there, and a couple minutes later my mom texts us, and I'm just laying there. I wait for a little bit, get up, and she tells us that she passed, and I'm like, did I wake up when my grandmother passed away? Like, is this really happening right now? Like, it just trips me out when stuff like that happens. And it kind of freaks me out when I wake up before my alarm. I'm like, what's happening? What's going on? I'm scared.
Something's wrong. You can tell. I think there's some paranormal stuff.
yeah, that's where you're really close.
I think there's too many strange things that happen that you just
Can't
like,
be coincidence.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely agree.
I remember one time when I was a kid, we had lost a friend of ours, and then for some reason in my head, I saw exactly where he was, and I was like, "Oh, he's over here!" And we ran, and he was just exactly how I had seen it, like riding the bike just down the street. It's like, hey, I didn't think anything of it until grew up. I was like, damn, maybe I had the power back then,
Right.
and I lost it. I became too realistic or whatever.
The world took away your candor.
I was an Esper, but I never channeled my power.
So
Are
it
you-
kind of scares me.
You into ghosts or anything like that?
What?
Are you into ghosts or anything like that?
Oh, God.
No, we don't have to get into it.
Why would you bring it up?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the band.
No, what?
I was cringing so hard. I thought you were talking about the metal band Ghost.
They're not metal.
No. Oh no.
Because I
With the-
unfortunately
with the pulp.
have seen them in concert.
Really?
Oh.
Because
he's
they
flamboyant
opened-
as fuck.
They opened for Iron Maiden. I was there for Iron Maiden,
The only metal
not Ghost.
I don't have too much metal music in my playlist, so
It's because my uncles. I don't really listen to it myself.
Antonio, our other friend that's an actor, Ghost and Volbeat are going to be in Dallas, and I was like, just because I hadn't been to a concert in forever, I was like, let's go to that one. He's like, you? I don't like either of those. I was like, wow, okay then.
Ghost is like the Nickelback of metal. Just,
Yeah,
oh
just
my
so
goodness,
just
there's
so
a
you know.
Nickelback for every
It's crazy
genre.
Yeah.
because if
Yeah.
you see a picture of them, the way he looks like
Yeah.
he's like a pulp get up and
Yeah.
like skull paint,
Yeah.
or he has this other one where he has a mask, and his contacts are like really badass. They look cool, and they look like they should sound a lot harder than they really are.
Yeah, yeah, they're
You
not.
listen to their music and you're like, oh, okay. I mean,
And
I like some of
people
their songs,
love
but-
them.
I don't hate on.
They play them on Rock 108. That's how much people
Yeah.
love them.
There's like three decent songs I like. But
I'm a big out of country music listener, so
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
huh.
mainly
Yeah.
Korean,
Mainly
Korean, Japanese, and French.
Hmm.
Yeah,
French too.
yeah,
He likes Japanese disco.
I do.
That's a thing.
That sounds like fun.
It's so good.
Japanese.
It's so good.
Japadisco.
It's good.
Oh, I do
Uh,
love TikTok for all the random songs that they've brought to popularity from other countries. It's
Yeah, there's
like,
a-
wow, these are really cool
There's
songs.
there's a song called "Plastic Love," which kind of started the whole Japanese city disco scene to the states. So if you ever get the chance, listen to that one. That one's pretty safe. Everybody,
pretty safe.
everybody who's listened to it really likes it. It's just I don't know. There's something about Japanese city disco or city. I think they call it city disco or new disco or whatever you want to call it. And there's something really magical about their music. Because when they
I'll agree.
started disco, we were already like done with it. So they just
Right.
kept going with it. They're like, we love it, man.
Nice. Plastic Love, right?
Plastic Love.
Okay.
Plastic Love.
It's
I have
so
Apple
good.
Music. We'll
Have
check
a
that
link.
out.
Link
Yeah.
in the description.
Check it out. Yeah, if you most people in the world have heard it because that video has so many views. It's
And he doesn't
crazy.
even have TikTok.
Yeah,
I deleted it, so I can say
Same.
I don't have it either.
too much stimulation. For
Yes,
this.
overstimulation. And there's a lot of good things on TikTok. There's just too much.
Yeah, I'm sure it's amazing. Just I'm okay. I have all these people that send me videos.
Yeah,
and-
Yes.
between him and my cousin, like 5 friends, I get enough TikToks throughout the day just to watch.
YouTube started doing it too, and with them it's difficult because I'm really big into YouTube, and so like they'll have the little where you click on it and it does a short, but all I do is I have a limit of 2, so the one that I watch and the one I
The
that's
next
next,
one.
that's
Just
it.
swipe.
I can't.
No more swiping.
more.
That
Sorry.
takes a lot.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
kudos to you.
A lot of willpower.
Yes.
Well, I've seen some of these guys' TikToks, and I'm like, I don't think I'd be able to stop looking at my phone if I. So
Yeah.
not throwing anybody under the bus, but
Like,
yeah.
TikTok is unfortunately pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I stayed away for so long, and I knew it would be a problem, so I had to delete it.
He saw it
There-
coming.
I saw a research paper that said something about like because of TikTok, we're now going into an era where people have shorter attention spans than goldfish. They're calling it the goldfish
Nice.
goldfish era or something, or the goldfish
I believe
generation.
it. I believe it.
I believe it because even now, like, I'll be watching a YouTube video and I just reach for my phone and do something else, and then I don't even know what's happening on the video anymore. I
Dang.
put my phone down and it's like, I need to rewind this to figure out where I was.
Yeah, I did that
I've
on
done that too.
On that show, I was watching what's it called? The woman across the street from the
Oh.
girl in the window.
Whatever.
I was watching. I was like, looked at my phone. God damn it! I gotta rewind.
The movie's already over.
Gotta go back 5 minutes to see what I missed.
That's why it's so difficult for me to watch movies, is because I have to put my phone away. I have to close the door. I have to turn off the
That's why you
lights.
go to the
Oh,
theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Silence
The
your phone,
theaters I can do.
no
Theaters,
distractions.
no problem.
Yeah.
When I go watch Attack on Titan, phone's on silent. I don't even
Oh,
look at it.
Just out of respect,
Attack on
though. Just-
Titan over
just
here.
out of
You big
respect.
anime guy or just
Not really.
AOT got you?
Yeah, most people give me too much credit. I just want the right amount of credit. Everybody thinks I'm like this super nerd. It's like, I'm not. I
Yeah.
just
I only watched
Really?
Demon Slayer.
I really like what I like. I don't just love everything.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
My nephew's trying to get me into Demon Slayer. He's like,
it's very beautiful.
no offense, but he's 9 years old, so he's so into this. And I told him, hey, if you watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, I'll watch Demon Slayer. He's like, never mind.
Wow.
I'm like, you won't give JoJo's a chance? It's epic.
JoJo's
Oh,
so good.
There's
It
some
is-
things about like that one, like it's just starting, so it's like, oh, I could watch a season and catch up real quick
Yeah.
compared to like something like that. Like,
That's been out for
oh,
a while.
I don't want to fucking watch 13 seasons of something.
It is a little daunting.
Here's the magic about JoJo. You can start from anywhere.
Yeah.
They're broken into parts. So there's
Yeah.
part 1, part 2, part 3, 4, and I think they're up to animated wise. It's part 6 now, which is
believe so.
Stone Ocean, which was really good, really good.
I haven't started it, but everything else has been fantastic.
Yeah. Steel Ball Run is supposed to be the magnum opus of Araki. I got it. Araki. There you go. Yeah, I try to remember a lot of the mangaka's names. I try to pay some respect because they were my childhood, where everybody else had SpongeBob. I was watching
Like SpongeBob here. Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's all good.
What was the
You have
reference?
to choose.
It's what we had.
You have to choose, right? You can't,
What was the reference you made earlier?
Oh,
I need a tail.
See, I always miss out.
ripped pants.
I watched SpongeBob when it came out up until like the third season. That I don't know anything
Those
after
are like the
that.
best.
You don't need anything after that.
Yeah,
That's
those are
a
the best
good chunk of what matters.
Oh, okay. Then
Yeah.
I don't know that one. I don't know
That
the
was
tail.
probably on the
Really?
first 3
Yeah.
seasons.
It's
Yeah.
probably like one of the first 6 episodes.
I probably have to rewatch it. And I'll be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
He ripped his pants, and then
They breaking the
they
musical.
laughed, they laughed at him, and so he kept doing it because it made people
That
laugh.
sounds very familiar.
Yeah, and then they got tired of him because he
Yeah,
only
he was doing it. Yeah, he
ripped
was
his
doing that all the
pants.
time.
They were desensitized to it from
Right.
the overstimulation.
Yeah,
Oh.
he wrote a paper about that episode in college.
Here,
Not true.
Uninstall that app.
He wrote,
ladies and gentlemen.
he wrote a thesis.
I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, cause that app is just, it seems unstoppable.
Yeah.
It seems like, I've told my family, hey, don't, try to stay away from it.
I just like
But
the
I can't
what do you
tell
call
my family what to do.
Right.
it?
Right.
I like the way the videos shoot as opposed to just like your regular camera. I don't know. I couldn't find another app
the
that does it like
long
it.
ways.
Well, not so
Oh.
much the long ways, but like you can record, and then you can stop it, but it keeps what you just
Oh,
recorded.
yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And then you record the next part, and then you can edit.
Yeah.
each
Editing
section,
wise, okay.
check, yeah.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there's no other app that can do that. At least I've looked for it.
Oh yeah, no. TikTok has
TikTok is the only one
like
that
their
has
video creation
Yeah.
tools
But-
are
Yeah.
so robust.
I don't like. I would rather create it on the computer than airdrop it to my phone than post that.
that. Yeah,
'Cause it's just a pain.
Mhm.
Pain
Really?
to try to edit on that, or for some things.
yeah.
Like, nah, that's too much work. I just put it on the computer.
But hey, that's part of the aesthetic is shooting it from your phone. People are taking advantage of that. Heck, they're even taking advantage of their Ring doorbells as
Oh,
their
yeah.
cameras. Like,
Oh, yeah.
that is genius cinematography
true.
in my mind.
Yeah.
Like, it's always been there, and now you're finally utilizing it. That's so cool.
Or a bunch of dash cam videos.
Yeah.
Dashcam videos were my shit. And early YouTube was magical. Now,
Yeah.
I feel like maybe that's what TikTok is right now. It's in its magical phase.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And
I remember my early YouTube. It was a lot of like security camera footage of random things happening.
Yeah, it was a magical place where you could like get on you would stay on till like 2 a.m. and you'd find just
The
something
most random shit.
something just beautiful, dude.
Also, you run into creepy shit, and then you can't sleep.
The
I would.
creepypasta stuff.
Yeah, creepypasta stuff.
Oh,
or-
I've seen some weird stuff that the students have Googled, and then I have to talk to the
Oh yeah,
counselors.
he
and
works
I'm
at
like,
the school too. We want to touch
Ah.
on
Oh,
that.
what age or what age group are?
I'm responsible for 2 elementary schools and a middle school. So
Mm.
pre-K through 8th grade, I'm responsible for their technology. And
And all the filters and stuff you have to put on the
fortunately,
computer.
no.
No?
Fortunately, no. It's most of the guys at the support center that do that kind of stuff. I mainly focus on hardware, and then like if software and things need to be installed, I'm just more of a boot on the ground than anything because I don't have an office
Yeah.
at the main building or even my campuses. So I just kind of feel like a vagrant, just kind of running around fixing things that need to get done. So it's a pretty cool job, but God, those kids are weird, man.
I know you probably can't say much because privacy.
I mean,
reasons or
right,
whatever.
and it's as long as I'm not too specific, like telling you where or who or what. But oh God, I wish I wouldn't have seen these videos because it's not that they affect me, but I have a really good memory, and there are lots of things I wish I could forget.
Could
And
unsee.
some of these videos I wish I could forget.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, I had a counselor approach me about this student, and they were talking to me about it. I'm like, okay, I'll take a look. And so I'm going through and I'm looking, and it's just like these like hand drawn like pictures of people like turning into snakes, almost like an animorph.
Okay.
And I'm like, then I report back and tell her it's weird, but it's not wrong. Like it's not
Cause for concern.
bad. It's
Yeah.
not nudity.
Yeah.
It's not like they got through our filter. It's weird. But I'm not going to say that they're doing anything wrong. So I hope that's what you tell the parents, because it's up to the parent to decide whether it's bad or not.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I'm like, to me, it's not bad, but it's not my choice. I don't think there's anything wrong with what they're watching, but it's weird.
How does it feel being like pretty much Big Brother?
God, you know, I'd hate for the kids to think and see me that way, because I would honestly rather be on their level, being like, hey, I'm here, I'm with you,
Right.
like we're in this together, guys, and not be, I'm this overlord that can see everything that you're doing, watch your back. Like, no, that is not my management style.
Gotcha.
Could you go back and like more in detail what you do? Because you just said you monitor what.
Oh, yeah. So the biggest thing now, since all of our students have Chromebooks, we're really just focused on maintaining those devices, whether they break them physically, or anything just stops working on them, like software-wise, like getting it reset and all that kind of stuff. But I'm responsible for the teacher stations as well, making sure that they have the software that they need to communicate with their smart boards, where they do like the interactive things. I might be giving them too much credit. I don't know if many of them use it anymore. It's a pretty old technology now, and we're transitioning to just big televisions that are touchscreen without being too specific.
Okay.
So those are a challenge in and of themselves, because our extender boxes don't always work. So now we're trying to force these teachers that have been teaching for 20, 30 years to change their setup, to move the flow of their rooms that they've been stuck in that entire time, and saying, this needs to be close to your TV. Some of them are in for it. Some of them are not.
Like the change from the.
I've been teaching for 37 years.
Right.
I've-
From one side
I've
of the
seen
room
the
to the other.
projectors to the.
Yeah, the old school projectors.
The old school to
and,
the digital projector to.
Right, because they have their little hookups to go to the projector, and we've had one of the teachers say, well, I can't put my computer over there because the projector hookups are here. It's like, there's a TV. You won't use the projector ever again. Like, that's not an excuse.
Yeah.
So it's wild. Like I said, I'm just a boot on the ground, so it's mainly just your typical computer technician work. It's not like I'm doing any sort of coding or
firewall or
networking.
anything.
Yeah, none of that. We have separate teams for networking and system administration. Like, I have the experience in Active Directory, but there's no reason for me in my position to even use it. Like, I don't need to mess with anybody's accounts or anything like that. It's like everything's pretty much automated, so it either works or it doesn't. It's not like I can just go in and tweak a couple of things and everything's good. So
Said pre-K, right?
yeah.
So have you
Yeah.
ever had like a device like covered in whatever?
Cheetos,
Cheetos
sticky
and
feet,
clay and what's that? What are they into? What's that squishy stuff that they
slime.
slime?
The slime? Oh, yeah. That they make.
Fortunately, no slime. I've had a Cheeto stuffed into a USB port. Plenty of pencil leads in the headphone jack.
What?
Also crayon in the headphone jack. But get this, the headphone breaking off into the headphone jack. I don't know. I made a little joke rant about it one day, and I was like, I don't know what they're feeding these turbo children, and I was like, thanks Obama, because Michelle
Yeah.
Obama and her food.
her food thing.
It's kind of weird. The bread is gray. It looks like cardboard and it doesn't taste very good. So I'm just
Yeah.
putting that out in the universe.
Oh, no,
I
we-
talk
we-
to people
we-
about it
yeah.
all the time.
We talked about it once, right?
Yeah, the last cast that
Um,
came out with Daniel Christmas Eve.
Okay.
we talked
yeah,
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
it doesn't taste great, and all the bread is like that. Whether it's sandwich
Ugh.
bread or hot dog bun or hamburger
Have
bun,
you-
it's all
Have
gray.
you noticed that most kids just bring their own food now, or they don't?
Well,
They just deal with it.
AISD now gives all students free lunch, like no matter what.
Oh, nice.
That's
So
But it's also
Yeah, I mean
that-
nobody
it's
wants
that kind
to,
of bread.
nobody wants to eat the
It's
bread.
gray bread. So.
hey man, I scarfed down those grilled cheese sandwiches they gave me on Wednesday.
Do they do the plant-based meats?
I don't think they do.
Okay,
I'll
good.
caveat that with yet. It could
Yet.
possibly happen, but massive craze for the nut allergies. If you have a student that has a peanut allergy, they actually post a little sign on the door. It's like, you can't bring peanuts into this classroom and all that. And we have some parents being fanatical to the point where it's like telling people, you need to educate everyone else about my son's allergy. And it's like, hey, whoa, calm down.
Dang.
Please. It's wild, man. It really depends on the school. Getting back to the lunch thing. One of my schools is Sleepy Hollow. I say that a little cautiously, but Sleepy Hollow has its own unique interactions, and they have a lot of parent involvement. So I would say it's probably like a 30-70 split. 30% are getting meals from their parents, and then they actually like bring it in and eat with the kids almost every day. So it's really cool to see that, like, the parents involved with them being at school as well. So that's pretty cool and exciting to see. And sometimes it gets taken too far, and it's like, you're overstepping. Can you not? But I'm just the IT guy,
Stay in
so
your
it kind of
lane.
doesn't matter.
Right.
It really doesn't matter for me, but it affects people I care about, and that's where it gets a little frustrating. But there's really nothing I can do about it other than hurt for them.
Die a little inside.
Yeah, definitely.
Is there education, like, looking at it as do you get to see a lot of it, like what some of the teachers are doing now, or no?
I honestly try to stay away from the classrooms while they're instructing. Most teachers don't care if you're in there, at least that I work with, if you're in there and you're fixing something. Like, they want their stuff fixed. They really don't care if you're interrupting them. They know that you're going to be a distraction to their kids because you're not part of their daily routine. Right. But it's really only when I'm fixing something in the classroom that I get to see any instruction.
Well, my question really was, like, how does it feel that, you've been through this, and so now you're looking at it as an adult, like what the kids are being taught. Like, does it, like, or do you look at it and you're like, what the hell is this? Like, that's some, they should know this by now or something. Like,
Yes, a bit of me does feel that way. It's
Yeah.
like, you kind of think, did I know that when I was that
Yeah,
young?
like
And
that kind of
I think
crap,
I
like that.
did.
Yeah.
I think I did. And we were growing up. We were a lot more, and I can't say this for a fact, but I feel like we were a lot more competitive amongst each other as students. One big thing that we noticed that they usually don't do are like the little time tests where you have like a minute to solve all these equations, and
They don't do that anymore.
if you succeed within the minute, then you move up to the next level, and it's a little bit harder, and you just do that every day. I don't believe any of my classrooms do that anymore. And I would have to say that's probably across the board, because if one of my classrooms was doing it, the other ones would probably be doing it as well.
Yeah.
But it's in that aspect, it is a little sad, because that was a real high point for us as students. Like, I remember in the 5th grade, we were really competitive with each other, and to the point where, like, if somebody moved on to the next one and others didn't, that person would talk to us and be like, hey, this is the answer to this question, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, what? We actually found that the answer key was wrong on one of the questions. And so like 3 or 4 of us constantly were stuck on this level until we asked the teacher, like, show us, how is this wrong? Like, our answers are not wrong.
Yeah.
And the key was wrong.
Nice.
And so we moved up to the next level. There's like 2
You
or 3 of
surpassed-
us that were at the top level
You
in these little
surpassed the
math
teachers.
things.
Dang.
We'd go in the office, put a little star on there,
Yes.
so everyone
Give
could
me that
see.
star.
Yeah, they would see.
I earned that.
That was my cocaine,
how
bro.
far we got.
I'm a good noodle.
Yeah, and that's I don't know. That was really cool being in elementary school.
Yeah.
Like that
That was
kind
a
of reward for your effort.
I was
Yeah, it
gonna
was
chime in with the
competitive.
thing about how it seems like, I mean, I'm a little older than y'all, so stuff that I feel like I learned probably in high school, like my nephew's learning in like 3rd grade.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it might just be exaggeration,
Mhm.
but it just seems like they're teaching you harder stuff younger. And
I
I'm
do
like,
also agree with that. I think there are some subjects that I can't say necessarily accelerated, but they're definitely learning things that I had no clue about. Stuff we never talked about
Mhm.
in
Mhm.
school, whether it be from kindergarten through high school. It's like, I didn't even know that existed. That's kind of cool. I'm glad I was in this classroom for that. But I also look at the high schools, especially with Amtech opening up, and it just blows my mind the kind of opportunities the students have nowadays that weren't even remotely viable. I think when I was in high school, I went to Caprock, and I don't think we really had much like that. We had a shop class, I think, maybe. I don't know how you actually got into that class. I knew people went in there. There's
to
a
be
bunch of there's a
elite.
bunch of metal in that classroom.
Yeah, that was a cool class.
But yeah.
All the non-band kids were always in that one. It was, at least in
It was
pre-med.
Right, I'm like, I was in band for
band or
a
shop.
freshman
You
and
had to
sophomore.
choose one.
So yeah, I probably didn't get in early enough to even know. But
You didn't get the memo.
now these kids, like, if they go off to Amtech, they have everything at their disposal. I was just over there on Tuesday, and they have pretty much a state-of-the-art automotive shop with like the best diagnostic stuff you can get.
Wow.
I'm speculating on that, but it's all big and shiny, so I'm assuming no
looks
expense was
expensive.
paid.
Spared.
It was spared. But I mean, they're teaching like HVAC stuff. They're just all these kinds of trades and robotics, and
Mhm.
it's
I know Mike Rowe was really big on about how the U.S. has taken it out. I didn't know
Mhm.
they were introducing it back in.
yeah. At Amtech, they have a bunch of awesome stuff for the
That's pretty
kids
cool.
to get
is
to look
awesome.
at and get their hands on. It's
Kind of makes you bitter, but
right. It kind of does, because
Yeah.
I feel like we didn't have that,
Yeah.
but at the same time,
you
it's
can always go back and learn.
it
man.
wasn't it
Yeah.
wasn't really available.
Yeah.
Like the way they have it now wasn't possible back then.
True.
That's
So
interesting.
I definitely understand that, and I'm not like, oh, this sucks, this is stupid, because I mean, I'm where I am without a college degree. Like,
Yeah.
everything's great.
Yeah.
I cannot complain whatsoever about what's going on for me. Like, it just worked out. Happened to be my niche.
Oh yeah.
Or sorry, niche.
Mr.
Niche.
Feeney. Mr. Feeney corrected that.
Niece.
Yes.
Those 2 words that he corrected in that episode. I don't remember what the other one was.
Mitch and niece.
Yeah.
And then
I actually
I
don't
can't
remember the other one either.
Because it was him and the
Eric.
older brother, right?
Yeah, it was
yeah,
Eric.
Eric.
Mm.
Eric was the funny one. And he said something and it was wrong, and then
Yeah, he's
he
like-
got it backwards. I was like,
I
no,
can't
that's
remember.
it's gonna come to me later. Watch.
Yeah.
I don't know where.
That was a great show, man.
It was.
Boy Meets World.
Taught me a lot.
Wow.
Taught me a lot.
Yeah.
Well, like
Yeah.
the first season, like the first few seasons, I feel like. I mean, when he was younger though, so it wasn't really that. Until like the college years, where
Mhm.
I kind of liked the show more.
Mhm.
It got more meta and more silly.
Do y'all remember? It's like how do I explain this? So, you know what it's not a cliche, but it's like in film, a trope.
Mm.
And Eric is one of those tropes where somebody that's smart or like, you know, intelligent later on in the seasons
He gets stupid.
becomes an idiot.
Yeah. They did that with Eddie Winslow too. I feel like they did on
Family Matters.
Family Matters.
That's crazy. That's
I wasn't into Family
Well,
Matters.
there was a theory that it's based through the eyes of Corey. So when he's younger, he looks up to Eric like, "Oh, my brother's cool," and all this.
Oh, he's cool. Yeah.
and then
he's
when he grows
untouchable.
up, he realizes, "Oh, my brother's a fucking
He's an
idiot."
idiot.
Is that okay?
That
That's-
sums it up.
That
Okay.
does make sense.
cleans it up
That's
right
funny
there,
when
man.
you hear stuff like that, though, and you wonder if like the
If that's
writers
true.
actually
Or somebody
intended or
came
somebody,
up
and it
with
just fit so perfect that they're
Go with
like,
that, go
yeah,
with that.
that's exactly what we did the whole time.
I'm a genius.
Yeah.
No,
Y'all,
just-
y'all watch The Office?
No.
I want
neither,
this
neither
down,
one.
yeah.
Neither one.
Because they talk about pretty much the same thing with Kevin Malone. He's one of the accountants. And as the show goes on, he gets more wonky and wild and
right.
animated. And the theory behind that is he wasn't really getting much screen time being his normal self. So when he started doing his little antics and being more idiotic and stupid and actually like being really dumb, they would interview him more. So then he got into the habit of acting out so he could get more screen time in this pseudo documentary. I'm like, that's genius.
That's a pretty good show. I think
I never.
I think
got
it's
into
too there's too much love where like it's like some people are just like it's the greatest
It's
show
the
on-
greatest
yeah.
comedy ever.
Yeah.
It's not. It's really good. I like
It's
it.
really good though. Yeah.
I feel like I fell off a lot earlier than most people. The episode where Michael starts dating Pam's mother, I think, is the exact episode where the show
The
started
exact
going downhill.
moment.
Like after that episode, I was like, it's not the same show.
Yeah.
So I think is a little earlier for me than other people, but I thought that was the turning point.
I watched the whole damn thing.
But did you watch? it
I
'cause
still
you-
watched the whole
Yeah.
thing. But
Yeah, but just because you had invested so much time already, you were like,
Right.
"Fuck it, might as well finish it."
Yeah, I think that's kind of what it was towards the end.
Yeah, the finale's fantastic. Like, oh my god,
What? Nobody's ever said that before. About
I
your
want to
show.
cry.
The finale is fantastic. I've never
Wait,
heard
isn't there
that.
like two finales? Like the finale with Michael and then the last, or like
There's the one where he
his-
leaves.
Where he leaves. That's like
That one's really
his-
good.
Yeah.
And then the end of
yeah,
the
his-
show.
yeah.
Yeah. I really enjoyed the end of the show. I think it tied a lot of things
No, this
together.
this guy believes there's a better.
Hit this.
What?
There are 3 certainties in life,
No, there's not.
and one of them is that How I Met Your Mother has the greatest ending of all
How I
time.
Met Your Mother.
I couldn't get
Dude.
through that show, man. It was just a slog, and I'm like, I don't even.
had
I'm
its-
not
It
invested.
had its moments. It was funny, but it didn't need to take that long to get to the mom. And then I figured out the twist. Like, I was like, she's not on here for a reason. So, you know, you want me to spoil it? Or?
Wow, I think you practically did. Oh my god.
It's old
been
as
out for
fuck.
so-
If you haven't seen it,
I gave up on the show. So yeah,
Yeah,
go
basically,
ahead.
she
Go
was-
ahead. Spoiler alert.
She was you know, she had passed away the whole time. So she was telling the story,
Mm.
and she had already passed away, and so she's not in there till the. I feel like the final season was their wedding. Well, no, it was the two friends. What were their names?
Barney and Rachel.
No,
That was the final season.
was it their
Their
wedding?
wedding.
Okay,
Yeah.
the
And
whole
there's not
season.
Rachel,
did-
but
Or is it not Rachel?
Robin.
Robin.
Yeah, the whole season didn't need to be the wedding. You know, it could have been like the first few episodes and then gone more into their relationship. Because that's where he met her, right? When he finally met the mom.
Yeah,
at the
he met
wedding?
the mom at the
She
wedding
was a
because she's a bass
bassist.
player.
Yeah, she was a bass
And
player.
because of that, she'll have an unnecessary attraction
Attraction.
to women who play bass.
There's some hot ones. I know some like in real life. But yeah, like the whole season didn't need to be the wedding, and then yeah, like that's what I figured out. The best episode though I like is where they like speed through her story of like when she was where she was at key points in the other show. That one was pretty good. I think it's called How Your Mother Met Me or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that,
let's go
that
back
one single
in.
episode was really good.
Yeah, let's go back in. Oh, they're in this pivot point.
Yeah,
She's over here. And
Oh
then
yeah.
flash
It's
forwards
pretty
and-
great. That
pretty-
episode is pretty
Okay.
magical. Yeah.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
just the whole
really
twist is
it's
like,
it's really I don't know. I liked it because I like the whole like connection with the umbrella.
Yeah,
the
the
yellow
umbrella thing was
umbrella was
cool.
pretty nice.
They had a lot of the blue French horn was another one. Yeah,
with Robin.
yeah, that was with Robin. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm watching the new one.
It's Hillary Duff. It's all right.
It's Hillary Duff.
It's Hillary Duff.
It's
and,
Hillary Duff.
and Josh Peck. So far, he came out on there.
When these new things come out, I just avoid them. Like I didn't bother watching
the original.
What was the Full House one? I was like,
Oh,
no.
Fuller House.
I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Saved by the Bell.
was not.
I'm
terrible.
okay.
I,
Shut up! No, we're not going there. We're not going there.
I think we have to.
No, we're not. We're not going there. Trust me. Please.
Oh my god!
I like having a life.
People they wonder why we're laughing.
Don't want to get canceled.
fair.
Subscribe for the Patreon for that story.
Do not want to
I
get
think our guest wants to hear that story. He's like,
Yeah.
you set him
I'm
up
like,
for
what did I miss?
It was pretty bad. It was not bad.
It's not bad.
It's funny.
It's
It's
funny.
funny.
It's funny.
Who wants to tell the story, Patrick?
Can we tell the story?
We're gonna tell the story.
Go
right?
for it. I
There's
guess.
no
Okay.
shame, man.
How did I say this?
How do we
Politically correctly.
Yeah, you better
All right,
watch.
long-
It's a minefield.
long
Just
story
long
short. Long story short, we're watching the new Saved by the Bell, and this guy comes in, and I asked him, like, "Who's this chick on here?" He said, "Oh, she's an actual person who transitioned
Transgender,
from male to female, and she's an actual, like, real life person who did that." And then we come in, and this guy's like, "Who's that?" And we're all laughing. He's like, "What the fuck?" We're just laughing.
Showed him
Then
the
we showed him the IMDb, who they used to be. He's just,
Well, crap.
It's just it's a testament to the
no,
the doctors who
Yeah.
worked there.
no words or nothing, just straight
Bravo.
face.
Bravo to the.
Get that man an award.
I'm going home, guys.
He's going home to Google her.
That happened. Yep. Yep.
Good stuff.
There you go.
Saved by the Bell.
All right. Hello, TikTok.
Hello, TikTok. That's good stuff.
Okay.
Should we close it out on that?
Yeah. How we in? Oh, dude. Oh
Recording?
my goodness. All right. Yeah. Is
We
there
can do
any
another
shout out you
20. We can do another
wanna
20
you
minutes.
wanna anybody you wanna shout out or anything?
Anything
Oh,
else?
wow,
Anything
anything
you want to
on
touch up on before we head out?
Yeah.
Another
What else
topic.
is going on
Hey,
in your
Mom.
life currently?
Yeah. Hello, mother. She also works for AISG, so I go and bug her sometimes at her school.
Oh, our mom used to work at the school.
God, I know a lot of people.
Hello, Mrs. Hernandez.
My dad, he's a teacher at
Mr.
Sanborn.
Hernandez.
My aunt's the principal at Whittier.
Damn, this is a family business.
My other aunt is the secretary at Whittier.
He did say he's part of the Illuminati, so they're all in control.
One of my uncles teaches at Tascosa. Man, I know too many people at AISD. No to the Illuminati. I'm not gonna let you slip that in there.
Kidding.
Wow. I mean, I don't really have anything too much going on right now. Like, I used to stream on Twitch and make YouTube videos. It was fun. Been thinking about going back to it, but I need to update some of my equipment.
It's fun.
So
It's a good time.
I don't have anything really to shout out, unless.
Oh, would you want to join our Mario Kart Double Dash? What was
Oh,
it was
yeah.
that we talked about the last time?
Oh, so I don't know how we're gonna get this all situated, but we remember that on the GameCube, the Mario Kart game, you could play with up to 18 people, and so what we're doing is
When he was
all
he was
like
telling
most
us-
as many guests as we can get to get on it, and we're just gonna get 18 players and
He
to all
was
play.
like,
on
when
it.
I was young and had it, I was like, I don't even have 18 friends.
When you were young.
I always wanted to play it. Like, with
So that's
18
our new
people.
challenge.
That sounds like chaos.
Yes.
Like, first
But
place
it's
will be
double
here,
dash, though,
last
so-
place will be way back here. At the start line.
Yeah, I don't know how it's gonna work, but
But it sounds like it'd be fun.
Huh.
if we ever
We need 3 more GameCubes and
I have 0 GameCubes.
16 more people. No, 12 more people.
we'll figure it out. It'll be a wild time.
Okay. Yeah.
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 Or have you ever seen that where they put like RC cars with knives and 3 balloons and like play?
Oh God, the battle mode.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
we could do that too. That'd be fun.
Yeah. But no shout outs. Tell the kids, keep reading.
Stay in school.
Reading is good. You do need to read. Dang kids. Learn your times tables, please.
I don't even remember mine.
Dummies. Just kidding.
Hey, whoa, I did not say that. No,
You
sir.
Took it too far.
No, sir.
I don't work in the school. I can say stuff like
would
that.
like to keep my job. Thank you.
I'm kidding. Y'all kids are smart. You guys are great. You guys are going to conquer the world. Go for it.
They will.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. Well, with that being said, that has been another episode of the Yellow City Kids podcast, and we will see you on the next one. Peace. This episode is sponsored by MyRNF. Descriptions. Links in the description.
He almost had it. He almost had it, guys.
What's the name of our guest?
Joseph Hernandez.
Yeah, that's me.
All right.
You have any nicknames?
The long
The
hair
long-haired
cop.
cop.
The star. Joseph.
The star of the long-haired cop.
Catch him. Coming out this summer.
This is coming out never.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know why y'all call him though.
Because that's what they're literally called on the book. Vienna fingers. Bring the whole thing so you can show these guys. You can't jump on the couch?
My pants are too tight.
Making fun of mine, huh?
What does the package say?
Vienna fingers.
Finger.
Finger?
With an S.
Oh,
Yeah,
alright,
see,
alright.
because there's more than one in there.
More than one finger.
Just one big old finger.
Probably
There's
the
one
one.
finger.